So this actually, the latest property we just bought.
You bought another one?
We got three.
Holy
All right.
Okay.
Let me give you kind of the feeling where we're at. We ran into quite a few issues, which I'm sure you don't. It comes with the territory. You can't predict everything.
Nope.
So, first two houses I bought was that pink one and the one behind us, right behind us.
Okay. Uncovered.
Recently, I got emails that I got back pay on taxes. Because when I originally bought those, property tax wasn't even a thing. Now I got lawyers trying to figure something out. Maybe we're gonna try to get that out because it wasn't disclosed properly and whatever. I don't know the inner workings. We're just gonna see what we can do, but I'm gonna pay them regardless because we don't fuck around with taxes.
You can't, man. They come take you home and then you don't even get a business.
Exactly. They said, listen, just pay your taxes and then we'll fight it in court. If we can get the money back, we can. If we can't, we can't.
You know what I think you should do? I think you should align yourself with one of the up-and-coming mayors and lobby in and get them to lower the tax rate on the properties, which is going to help you out a great deal. Capitalism, baby.
Let me get my lawyer here because she was talking about some shit you may have more info on. She was talking about a REIT. You ever hear that?
Oh yeah, yes, a real estate, investment fund. Basically, people can just throw some money in. Usually, got to be accredited investor if it's over a certain amount.
Can you come to Grove Street actually?
Yeah, I'll come there.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Perfect. See you soon. Okay, bye.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. Maybe we can get, tax exemption or whatever, something like that, or a tax break.
Yep. No, that's cool. Or you can get write-offs, right? You basically pay no taxes. You know, you can claim depreciation on the properties as well, which will offset the taxes. I mean, if you do it all right, with all your write-offs and depreciation, all that shit, you shouldn't pay any taxes. We got to figure out a way to have the government set up so that, strong businessmen that are creating places for people to stay and live. We're buying these dumps and these shitty projects in these D-class neighborhoods, and we're doing the BRRRR strategy. That's it, man. K housing. You're giving people a place to live that is safe and, it's comfortable. And the government has got to reward you for doing that, because the government ain't out here doing anything for these people.
And I'm helping the government. You know why? That property behind us, I'm going to be renting it out to the police department. I want to get your thoughts on this deal.
Okay.
So I'm going to be taking a little cut on rent money for, let's call it peace of mind. So originally there's 3 units in there. I showed you it. We were going to rent out each floor to tenants, 5.5K each, giving around 16.5K a week. But then I had the idea of locking in a long-term deal with the PD of 15K a week for the whole building. They can make it their own little PD outpost in the south side.
Ooh, I like it.
It'll be cheaper on the rent because I won't have to worry about that property for 6 weeks. If I do a 6-week deal with them or, lease agreement, I don't have to do shit with that property for 6 weeks. I collect the 15K every week. I don't have to worry about swapping tenants or filling in units or people missing keys. It'll be all in the police's hands, and it'll just be, I feel like a little safer situation.
I like that. You know what else you can do, Mr. K?
What?
Down the road or right away, it doesn't matter. The biggest scammaz that you can do in the real estate industry is this: rent to own. Essentially, you are going to buy a property, find somebody that wants to buy that property, right? They put a large chunk as the down payment, so it could be $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 into a $220,000 home. Now, every time they pay rent weekly, it actually goes towards purchasing the home. But if they miss one payment, one late payment by a day, you have the legal right to then void the contract, keep the down payment, and kick them the fuck out. And when you do that, say you paid $220 for the property, you're gonna sell it to them for $300. So by the time they pay it off, you're still making an $80,000 spread. And what you tell them is, by the time you pay off the home, much more people in the South are gonna buy homes, which means the value of the home is gonna go up anyway. So even though they're paying $280 now, and though the value might be only worth $220, in another month, 2 months, this house could be actually worth $340,000, and they've only paid $280 for it.
Oh my God. It's funny you say that. I've had 2 people come to me wanting to do rent to buy. But I ran into a roadblock and I didn't go through with it because I don't know how I'm going to do it if I don't have the capital to get the property without investors, unless I get investors and just rent to buy the house. And I mean, that could still work, right?
Mr. K, get me involved. All right, I'll work underneath you. All right, let me
You don't even have to
finesse.
work underneath me. We're all partners in this. It's me and Gomer right now. Garrett helps too, but he's barely around. So essentially, it's just me and Gomer. Gomer helps with a lot of the funding and helps trying to figure out the numbers. But someone like you can really help navigate the legalities and what works and what doesn't work, and how we can plan for issues like the tax coming up. Or for this first property, the one behind us, we didn't factor in the wood cost. You know, that kind of fucked us. On this one, we didn't factor in the tax because there was no tax on the previous two.
That's
So
right.
this little hurdles, we know we got past it all, but this little things that kind of hurt the profits a bit, we're still, still doing good, but
We'll turn that shit around. Don't you worry about it. Just small tweaks here and there. It's a learning process, right? The thing is with real estate, if you just jump in, you can make mistakes unless the market is going up very quickly to save your ass. But
yeah, like what, like 2-3 years ago.
It's literally, yes, did very well. But let's just say, I think there's a way that we can finesse this whole thing. And if we get a mayor elected that, we can throw some money, lobby, help his campaign out, do a song, fucking go around, get people to vote for them, then perhaps he can have some sway on the legislation on what we can and cannot do with real estate.
And you know what's even better? I'm getting an HOA put down here, and we're going to be in charge of it.
Yes, that's
Collect
a beautiful
HOA
thing.
money and this, that, and the third. Now listen, I know we're in like, you could say competing groups, whether, we all believe that or not, but I would like this to be, a business relationship, and, it's separate from all that shit. We don't ever bring that into this. Whatever happens down the line, you know what I mean?
No, I feel you. I got nothing against you or any of your boys.
No, me
I don't
too,
even
me
look
too.
at you as competition, man. I just, we've been around a long time. There's enough money around here for the both of us to eat. Plain and simple.
Exactly. So this property right now, I think is still empty. Don't walk in, you'll fall into a pit and be stuck.
All right.
Let me just take a little peek though. Yep, that's still an empty pit.
All right.
So, did you like how I had this one set up with the 3 units? Or do you think we could do something better?
Well, I think 3 units is good for this, but I think at some point, you might want to buy a house up in Vinewood. You know what I mean? And then you could be able to turn it into like an entire fucking complex if you wanted to. You could have like almost an apartment building. You could have 8-10 people.
Yeah.
It'd be a fucking crazy shit show. But I mean, who wouldn't want to live up in Vinewood with the rich folk? I think 3 units for these down here is a maximum square footage. It's the best way that you can use the space. Now, you could also give the tenants an option if they just want it to be a duplex, like an over or under. Then maybe the rent's a little bit more expensive, but they don't have as many people within there. Noise complaints are down, more parking spaces, all that fun stuff. But maybe the rent is like an extra couple $1,000s a month, which will make up for losing one of the units in particular.
You want me to show you one of the real estate contracts we had for these properties?
Love to see it.
All right, come inside, yeah. By the way, how you doing with power in your place? I just got rid of our kitchen and pretty much anything. I had a bunch of random electronics that didn't do shit, and it was just draining the fuck out of everything.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the 3 digits, man. Our power is crank.
Yeah, we're at 149.
Yeah, we're a bit higher than that. I think we're at, I think it went down a little bit. I want to say we're at 210.
How many washers you got, by the way? Because I just found out today you can only put 4.
We don't have any.
Yeah, you can't put any more than 4. Oh, it's over here.
Gotcha. I mean, that's good to know.
All right, this. All right, so this was the property next door. This one was tricky because tax got added while we were collecting investors, so I had to add on an 8th investor.
Oh, wow.
So the house was 160 something. We raised 175K.
Yeah,
Just-
then you got hit with the huge tax on the back end.
Yeah, so it kind of fucked it up. We don't have money left over to do the interior, so now we're raising that to pay out of pocket. But
yeah.
in the future, when we buy these properties, I think we should probably add cushion for appreciation, because it takes a few days to gather all the investors, and people buy houses and the price of the house goes up.
That's right. And when you buy another house, so say Section K buys another house, want to make sure that you're buying in the same area, because you're going to force the appreciation of your other houses up
This
immediately
house
for
we're
your
in
investors.
is up 20 grand already.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, this looks good. That's wow.
I think
this
I'm up
is
like
actually
42 grand in appreciation right now. Yeah, Garrett put that together. I think we got most of the basics. We're pretty much giving people 10% of the rent, 10% of the sale. And then we took a small percentage on this one, but the other property we have 40%. The next door we only have 20. Just because all the issues we ran into.
Yeah. But as you continue to buy more and more real estate, you'll be able to get like damn near 100% equity in every single property, right?
Yeah, once we have enough rent coming in, we can just put that into more properties, yeah.
Correct. And then that's when you bring in a REIT, right? So it's basically people can invest inside your investment, your real estate, basically invest in your portfolio.
So they wouldn't be funding into a property, they'd be funding into Section K, and then we just...
Correct. So you'll basically build out like either a separate entity, and then you will buy properties under that entity. And then once you get enough, you basically do a presentation to your investors. You show them the numbers, you show everything works. Then they can determine how much they want to buy of that REIT. So if they want to put in $50,000, maybe that REIT is doing a guaranteed 10 or 12 or 15% return on investment. Payment is every 7 days. And then that way they know that they're getting money, every 7 days, no matter what. And then there will be a term in which, they can either get their money, their original investment back, or they can just continue to stay in there as you continue to bring in more properties. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Okay. So I probably need to get maybe one more property. Well, if I get both of these working, so the one next door, Carmine went to a rally. He got beat by the cops, and he's trying to sue them, and he's trying to get a part of the money, $15K a week, because he can no longer live in the apartments because he can't go up the stairs because he's crippled. So he's trying to get, $15K a week, and he's going to try to rent that one. I don't think that's going to work through. Everything Carmine does fails. So I'm going to try to fill that one out with tenants. The next property I was actually thinking is maybe on Brogue Street, because we've been hearing EMS are looking to get closer living to the hospital, but they can't afford, a house. So we got tenants, possible tenants already lined up for that area, and it still appreciates this, south side.
So, Mr. K, I don't know if you know anything.
Oh, this is the lawyer.
Yeah,
on the
sorry, I'm on my way. I didn't know where it was, and I had to find somebody to come drive me.
Yeah, no
so
problem.
I'll be there soon. Just wanted to give you the heads
Yeah,
up.
we're at the end of the cul-de-sac.
Perfect. End of the cul-de-sac. See you soon. Bye.
All right, what you
So
saying?
I love the idea of the police thing. So that's really dope, and that'll create a different dynamic down here. So I like that.
Yeah.
As for the EMS, I think buying a house is great, and I think that'll work, especially towards the end of Brogue, where I used to live. But think about this too. I wouldn't get too crazy with that, because there's an apartment complex right across the street from the hospital. If there's a way that you can speak to a potential mayor or anybody that's in the real estate game that has any type of pull, you could actually buy a few of those apartments. Now think about it. Those apartments, there's no way in fuck they're going to be $200,000. They might be 80K, 50K. Those are going to be very easy to buy up, and then you can rent those out directly to the EMS. It's right across the street. They wake up, they run across the street, back and forth, bada boom, bada bing. But having a house with like a triplex on Brogue might be a good thing as well, because there might be some
lawyers,
doctors. Yeah. I mean, there might be people that just don't want to live in an apartment, right? So just having a couple of different options is great.
Okay, so do you like the general structure of that? Well, we're gonna move away from this style of contract, maybe in another property or two anyway, but
Yeah.
if we were to go and me and you both start gathering investors, do you want to move away from this style of contract?
Yeah, I think this is good, and I think this was good to start. But I love the idea of a REIT, because the REIT because they're basically just going to give you money, and you're basically guaranteeing a return on their investment, right? So basically, you can start small. You could be like, hey, we're guaranteeing you guys 10%. So if you invest 100K, you're going to get a 10% return on your money over whatever period of time. And then if your investments are going really well, you can then up your REIT for them. So, hey, congratulations, guys. We're growing. You're growing with us. We're now moving the REIT up to 12%.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then that way, too, they don't own anything.
Oh, shit, I'm about to die. You got food?
Fuck, no. I
Oh
have,
my
I have one
God.
bandage.
Yeah, bandage.
Oh, no.
Well, the good news
Get
is
your food.
Siobhan's coming down here with a REIT right now.
Perfect. I just jumped upstairs by accident. How do I get?
Yeah, it's a little under construction. It's a little fucked up. Oh, Dad.
There's our future mayor right there.
Oh, hey, OTT.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm about to pass out from starvation. Does anyone have any food?
I'll go get you some food. I'll be right back.
Thank you so much.
Will you
come on
get
in,
me
Siobhan.
will you get me a glizzy?
I will.
Thank you.
I should be able to survive, hopefully.
I have water. Do you need water?
Nah, just food. I'll be okay. Okay.
Hydration is
I was just
important.
talking to OTT. We're gonna be bringing him in to Section K real estate. He's got a lot of
Nice.
knowledge, and he thinks a REIT is the way to go as well.
Oh, good. I'm glad you agree with me. Right, it's the proper way to motivate and financially incentivize new real estate investments.
What did I
Yeah.
originally call her for?
Correct.
Glad we're on the same level with that. Oh, I'm impressed, sir. I'm sorry, Siobhan Fitzpatrick. Have we ever met?
I don't think so. My name's OTT.
Nice to meet you, OTT. Is it pronounced like that? It's not like Oti or Otto or something. It's OTT.
Yeah, it's actually Auto-Tune Tyrone, but everybody calls
It
me
was
OTT.
the tenant agreement.
Can I call you Tyrone?
Only my mom calls me Tyrone.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to insult you or nothing. I just want to know what the proper term is. Do you prefer to be called OTT?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, not at all. I just want to make sure I'm calling you the name you want to be known by, not just what people call you.
All right. Yeah. No. Fantastic.
It's really
a pleasure to meet
important, to not call someone out their name.
you. Yeah. Okay. Hell yeah. So tell me something. What's your knowledge in real estate? I mean, you're already bringing up things like REITs. You mean you know your shit?
I have a master's in finance.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I might be a registered investment advisor.
So I went to Siobhan when I got hit with the tax, and we're gonna try to fight that. We're not too confident, but maybe setting up a REIT will protect us from it in the future.
Yeah. I mean,
Precisely.
it's Siobhan, right?
Siobhan, yeah, you got it right. Yeah, perfect.
Siobhan, is there a way that we could claim depreciation on all these buildings? Basically, when you claim depreciation on these buildings,
Changes the
we basically-
valuation,
I'm
changes
actually learning a
taxes
lot
for the
from
property
OTT right now.
assessment.
Correct.
Fuck yeah,
Now-
I'm there with you on the level. Yep, we claim depreciation.
I've been
for
wanting
sure.
to do some
and you
actual real
usually do
estate for the
27 and a
longest,
half
but like
years,
Unlocked.
3 years out. Now, obviously, we're going to have to recapture that when we sell the
Milady.
properties.
I have your glizzies.
Ugh,
But first, I'm
my
gonna give
hero.
these burgers to Mr. K before he starves to death.
thank you so much.
Can I put these on the floor? I can't seem
Yeah.
to give these to you.
How you been, Dab? I feel like I haven't seen you in a few days.
Yeah, last time I saw you was here, actually.
Yeah.
Today is the last day before voting open.
Really? Confirmed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! You should advertise that. A lot of people don't know.
Yep. I'm
Don't
gonna.
worry, Dad. We're going to make sure you win.
And Dab's the
how?
one that's gonna help with the HOA.
What do you mean, how?
There's a water
mean-
on the floor.
We gonna either force everybody to vote for you, or we're gonna influence them to vote for you.
Oh, well, have you guys been doing that?
I mean, I've already been telling people.
Who else they're gonna vote for. I went to that Stelio guy's campaign thing yesterday. It was like 10 people.
Yeah, I think that Ramaswamy shithead was the only dude that had a chance against you, but he done fucked up. So I'm working on you for the EU, and I'm going to get everybody during the EU hours to vote for you.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I might be around tonight.
The former judge who killed his wife told me that you are slaying it in the polls during that hour.
Wait, who?
First Temple?
I don't know that guy. Also, I put your hot dogs on the floor because I can't seem to hand them to you.
Yeah. Oh, I hate when that happens. All right, yeah.
You want some water, OTT?
No, I'm good. Thanks, though, Dev.
So
I want some water. I'm thirsty as fuck.
Also, Siobhan, so one of my rental properties, I'm gonna be renting it out to the cops as like a PD outpost. I have a tenant agreement, but it's set up. I don't know. It's not set up for a situation like that. So I wanted you to take a look at it and maybe reformat it to a way that it makes sense.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Let me hand that to you. So basically, I'm gonna rent out the entire house to Slacks for $15,000 a week. I'm gonna rent it out to him for $15,000 a week. I'm looking to do maybe like a 6-week lease. That way, I don't even have to worry about that property. It's just making me money for 2 months straight while we can focus on expanding the business and getting other properties. We could lift the tenant limitation. I think on there something of like, you can't have roommates, this, that, and the third. I want to get rid of all that. He can have however many cops he wants in there. I don't give a fuck. As long as I get my 15,000.
Move the sublet provisions. Sorry, I just want to make sure I have it right. I don't mean to.
Is what sub what?
Sublet.
Yeah, sub.
Yeah.
Is that
Okay.
So explain that to me. Is that if he rents it from me and then rents it out to someone else?
Correct.
Yeah,
so you can
keep
put a
that.
clause in there. Yeah, you can put a clause in there where they have the ability to sublet, but typically they're going to have to get approval from you as well. So you could put that in there just in case there's somebody that you really don't fuck with or anything like that. But yeah, essentially, basically, it's almost like, and then there's things like arbitrage through almost an Airbnb type thing, where basically investors will say, for example, this house that we're in right now, say it's a triplex and you're renting it at $5,000 a week for each unit. That's $15,000 a week. A savvy investor could come in and say, you know what? I actually believe that I can make more than that. So I'll give you $15,000 a week, but I'm going to be the one in charge of renting it out. So he might arbitrage it and then rent out all 3 units for, say, $18,000 a week. That way you're guaranteed your money. You don't have to deal with any of the property maintenance, anything like that. That's all on him or her. And then that way you still make your guaranteed money. And if he fucks around, he's going to find out.
That's essentially what we're doing, right? Because I'm going to be renting to him, and then he's going to be collecting money from the PD to pay the rent. And he could collect more than what the rent actually is.
Mm-hmm. No, it's a great idea.
Okay, we'll allow it and just put like with,
sorry, ma'am. What's your name again?
Siobhan Fitzpatrick.
Siobhan, what do you think about rent to own? Like, I think that we should experiment with one property down the road. We buy it, say it's worth $220. We go to somebody that can't really afford a house. Maybe they can't just save up $220,000, but we get them in a contract where they give us a down payment of say $20,000 or $30,000. We'll say maybe 10%. So,
I have that exact deal. What he's talking about lined
10%
up.
down payment. So we get what, $22,000 or whatever. And then they pay a weekly rent, but it's rent to own. So they pay us, say, $5,000 a week, which is very affordable, or $4,000 a week. And that goes towards the equity that is worth it. Now, we come up with a sale price. We paid $220, but we sell it to them for $300. Now, it might take them 6 months to pay it off, but within 6 months, that $220 investment is going to be worth over $300. So they win-win. But if they miss one payment, they're late, they fuck around, they find out, we own the rights to either allow them to continue or cut the contract. We keep their deposit and all of the money that they've been putting in, and we kick them out and we do it again.
I think you give them one missed payment. You give them one grace period for like a missed payment, right? A grace period 3 days. And if they fuck up after that, you take everything. Right. And here's the reason for the grace period for the one missed payment, right? Is essentially what you're going to be doing is providing them where they think, oh, okay, well, I can fuck up, whatever, right? At least one time. They're going to feel less they'll feel less
we're all
sketchy and they'll
learning so
feel
much
more
right now.
inclined to selling, right? And I'm a big fan of rent to own. Everything you just said, right? It is a win-win. You're helping out people who can't, afford the house. I mean, you're absolutely right. It is a win-win for everyone, and landlords deserve to make money too. They're providing a very valuable service.
Correct. And if they actually go through with it and they pay off the house, we still made $80,000 from that rent to own anyway. We just take that 80K, we go buy another property, rinse and repeat.
So OTT, I have that offer on the table. If it's Marty. Marty's the one who's interested, and also Slack's interested in doing a rent to own up in Paleto.
Interesting.
A lot of cops I talk to want to live up in Paleto. I'm not sure why, but that's where they want to live.
Is an apartment opening up there maybe?
No, they want a house up there, and they want to do rent to own. He said he's got like 40K he can put down.
I mean, fuck yeah. I mean, I think what I'm gonna have to do
Marty
is
wants a house
get
on
my
the
paper.
south side, and he wants to do rent to own. But I told him, like, I don't really have the capital to do that. But if we do a REIT and we just have investors going into the company,
correct, then you can.
Yeah, there you go. You got rid of the roadblock in my mind.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
I just took some pictures with my phone of this. I'm gonna give this back to you. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm just gonna put this on the ground.
Oh, you already did it.
No, I'm gonna give me like 2 hours.
Just hold on to it then.
Really, I can hold on to it for now. Oh, that's even better.
Yeah,
Wait.
I don't need.
Yeah.
He's the first tenant. The other house isn't even set up yet. We're gonna figure out.
Give me a few hours. That's all.
Yeah, no problem. He's, Slacks takes 5 years to call anyway, so.
That's what we were talking about. That I probably.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous. I went off on him about it. I was like, Slacks, first off, you're not that busy. Every time I see you, you're just fucking walking around not doing shit. Just fucking call me, man. Get it over with.
Hey, what do you feel about offering people crafting benches and stuff for a little bit of
amenities? Yeah.
Correct. And if they fuck up, like if they lose a key, it might only cost us $3,500, but we charge $5,000 straight fee.
It's funny you say that, because we had an extra laundry machine and that popped in my head. I was like, yo, we have 5. You only can put 4 in a house. So I was like, why don't we just throw it in one of the rentals, and it's like, yo, free amenities.
Exactly. And you can also get even crazier, because you got to think too, Mr. K. When are we going to start getting utility bills, right? Are you going to be forcing the tenants to pay their own utilities, or are we going to have to pay them for them? Because they could come in here and have the power going fucking nuts. Next thing you know, we get a massive
like a
power bill.
10,000 fucking power bill.
Correct. Right? And
I think
drains
it's on
us.
the agreement, right, Siobhan?
It's on the agreement. You have utilities as a tenant. You're responsible for all utilities and services, so it's built in there. But if you're adding the amenity that you're providing, the washer and dryer, that might make it a little bit, soften the blow.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm liking this a lot. So, do you have that agreement?
No, I'm gonna have it ready later tonight. I've been working on it.
Yeah,
though.
perfect.
Could you shoot me an email when you have that done?
Yeah, send it to you. Absolutely.
And
if you want to look at it, we can adjust any terms.
Also,
yeah,
paperwork to get Section K as an actual business. Because I want to add OTT on it. I want to add everyone on it that's helped, so everyone is on paper and no one's getting fucked over. Because right now it's all like, hey, you're part of the company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, just get some board members, have some shares, whatever. We can figure that out. And then, distributions of money or whatever, it's whatever, man. This shit gets my dick hard. So, I mean, I'm down to just.
You don't understand how happy I am right now.
Oh, I'm happy
learning
as
a
shit.
lot too. I've always wanted to, get a little more knowledgeable about this stuff.
Well, I mean, yeah. I live and die by this.
Don't you love how the property tax code is so fucking confusing on purpose, so that only fucking knowledgeable people are really able to take advantage of it and things like this? I love it. I love the elitism. It's just incredible.
If we sell a house, what's it called when there's a name for it? When you sell the house, you have a certain grace period where you could put that money into another house.
That's a 1031 exchange.
And avoid tax. Is that something we could do, Siobhan?
Yeah, so basically a 1031 exchange. I mean, I'm not originally from the United States. I'm Canadian, and we don't have that in Canada. But here in the United States, basically, you can buy a property. You have X amount of days. I do believe typically it's a 90-day period, like 3 months, to buy a house of equal or higher value. You do that, and it basically defers your taxes. So any of the capital gains or short-term gain tax that you are going to have, it gets deferred onto the next property. So basically, you can defer your taxes indefinitely until death.
Yeah, that's how That's how they do it in America, right? They just keep stacking on it and
Fucking right they do.
never pay
God
tax.
bless America.
You're kind of a god.
I am,
Yeah, I'm impressed you knew that. What the fuck?
of course.
This is his bread
I
and
own
butter
property
right
in
here.
America. I own property in
Ah.
America.
Ah, it all makes sense now. All right, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just really impressed. You're so knowledgeable.
Well, that's what I'm here. Any real estate questions at all, I can probably answer them. I mean, there might be some minute things that I don't know about, but I can research it very quickly. The only thing is we got to make sure that the city has the infrastructure for all of this knowledge.
Yeah,
The ones that,
exactly.
we got to educate them, and we
Is
got to
there
we got to
any
propose
type
that
of
to the
tax
mayor.
legislation at all?
Literally no. That there's not even tax evasion is not even a charge in the penal code, Mr.
Hey,
K.
OTT, if Dab gets elected,
Exactly.
you maybe
We get him
pull
to
the
create-
strings, and yeah,
Yes.
we rewrite the fucking law.
You damn fucking right. And we do it legally. It makes sense.
Nope.
Yeah, I want to do it legit,
Or-
but
Yeah.
also somewhat in our favor,
Damn right.
We're
I don't
gonna
want to be out here
essentially
fucking
force
people,
them.
but
We're gonna force them to fucking come up with a fucking tax code just because of what we're doing, and I'm
I
a
know,
big fan
right?
of
I
that.
don't think
I'm a big fan of this. I just have to say, OTT, you're incredible, and
Thank
I
you.
am so excited to help with this opportunity.
Well, me too. Thanks for having me on board, guys. I mean, shoot me an email, the both of y'all, and maybe we can get in a. Maybe we'll create like a email chain, and that
Let's
way
do
we
it.
can. That
Let's
way
do
we
it.
can stay in contact, so we can look at contracts, go over everything, and I'll review all of the stuff to make sure there's no loopholes or any small, minute mistakes that could fuck us in court.
perfect. I think we're doing groundbreaking shit. This has never been done. Never been done in Los Santos.
Nope, it hasn't. It hasn't. I'm
about-
so excited.
Yes. All right. Well, fuck. I'm gonna get out of your hair. Shoot me those emails whenever.
Yeah.
No major rush. I will. I'll start getting some money together as well because I'd like to contribute financially. And obviously, I'm not the richest person right now, but I'm a hustler. I can make some cash.
Of course.
But I know that we'll print money here soon enough. Real estate's a long game. We're not going to get rich overnight, but I'm telling you, slow and steady creates that wealth. And next thing you know it, we'd be balling out of control.
That's right. That's what I told the group too. I'm like, listen, it's rough right now, but it's gonna pay off in the long run. We keep getting hit with this tax shit, and
Yep.
once we get the wheels moving, we're gonna be good.
All right. Sounds
We're
good.
gonna-
Well,
We're gonna own half the city.
you damn right we fucking
the
are.
plan.
And we're going to be creating a service for everybody. It's not like we're villains here. We're creating a good, safe, sound place for people to live. We're helping out the economy.
Exactly. People can't
Legal.
afford houses. I give this spiel, and everyone's like, "Oh, this guy's a scammer." It's like, no. I'm being honest. How are you gonna buy a fucking home? You're alone out here. You don't have friends. You don't have a fucking group of people. You got like 20K in your bank. By the time you save up 200K for your home, it's gonna be worth 300K. So how the fuck are you even gonna get it?
Amen. And especially the simple fact that you can't put a down payment like 20, 25% or 5 or 10% down on a home and then get in and have a weekly or monthly payments. You have to buy it out in cash, which gives us the advantage, which is super important while we got to start a REIT and pool as much money in there as we can. And then we make the sound investment decisions. And then that way we can start growing that pot.
I got some of
Damn
my
straight.
investors already lined up wanting to put more money in. So once we get that together, we can start collecting.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for both of your times, and thank you for trusting me in this. All right. I won't let you down.
All right. I appreciate it, OTT. Call me whenever.
All right. Sounds good, Kay.
Oh,
Nice
appreciate
meeting you,
both of you.
Siobhan.
I'll get
Nice
that
to
email
meet
chain
you.
set up later tonight.
Okay,
All right,
sounds good. Thank you,
Carmella.
Mr. K.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate you.
Oh, I appreciate you.
That was a
Thank you
fire
for
meeting. That was a
bringing me
fire. That was one of my favorite business meetings right
in. So I
there.
see why you wanted me to look at this contract. That's kind of a fucking mess.
Yeah, the tenant one.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh shit.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Hello.
Were you here the whole time? Who are you?
I am me.
Auto-tune.
Oh wait, I do need that one contract back because that's an actual
Oh,
one. for
fuck.
the-
I have that on. Yes. I'm coming right back right
All
now.
right,
All right. All right. I will.
No, keep the tenant one. I was talking about I
Okay.
gave him my actual signed everything.
Oh, the signed contracts. That has my signature too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, I'll work on this. I should have it ready for you later this evening.
All
What
right.
the fuck is going on down here, man?
Thank you, Mr. K. Again,
We
I
having a
really
block
do
party?
appreciate this.
We having a
Yeah.
block party? What's going on? What the fuck?